Welcome, Hornets. The last portion of this lesson is covering finding points of intersection between curves. And you worked with this in pre-calculus, so I'd just like to go over it one more time before we move on. So as a result, let me very quickly hide this so you can see the whole thing. And here we go. So first of all, let me begin by pointing out that we can still do a substitution method. Since I have x equals, I can plug 3 minus y squared right here, or because I have y equals, I can put x minus 1 in for the y squared. Now, obviously, it's a little bit easier to replace just the x, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that, and we're going to find our solution in both methods. Notice that I'm getting y squared plus y minus 2 equals 0, and therefore y plus 2, y minus 1. And then I can solve. So I have y equaling negative 2, y equaling positive 1. And just a reminder that once we reach this point, we're going to want to go back and find out what is the x. So if I put the x in, I'm just going to go ahead and put negative 2 equals x minus 1, add 1 to both sides, and x equals a positive. Let me just double check that. Negative 2, add 1 is negative 1. And then we're looking for our x, so if I put 1 in for y and add 1, I get 2. And I have two solutions. Okay? Now be aware, if we're looking for points of intersection, we're going to call them negative 1, negative 2, and 2, 1. But if they're just looking for intersections, we can define it as having an x and a y and identifying them separately. So just be aware we've got choices. The second option for substitution is to take the y value and put it in. This is going to give us x equals, and I get 3 minus, where is it, x minus 1, the quantity squared, for x equals 3 minus x squared minus 2x plus 1. And I'm going to move things over, so I've got x minus 3 equaling negative x squared plus 2x minus 1. And now I can move the 1 over so that I have an x minus 2 when I add the 1. I'm going to add the x squared. Notice I still have a 2x. And that gives me x squared minus x minus 2 equaling 0. And this can then be factored into an x minus 2, x plus 1. And now I have a similar situation. Notice that if my x is equal to a positive 2, I can now put that x in right here, and I get y equaling 1. If my x equals a negative 1, I put it in, and you'll notice that I get y equal to a negative 2. Now, the last option that we have is trying to do linear combination. Now, linear combination means that I'm going to want to combine the two curves, and I'm allowed to do it even though I have a quadratic. The one thing I want to do is make sure that I move things around so that I can add like terms, and I now have 3 minus 1 minus y squared for y squared plus y minus 2 equals 0, and we're right back to where we were up top. So please be aware there are multiple ways to find points of intersection. We're going to be doing it analytically. That means using our calculators. We'll also be doing it graphically. That's also using our calculators or by graphing it. And then we have the basic algebraic way that we're looking at here. Okay? All right. Thank you very much, Hornets. And please have an excellent afternoon. And I hope to see you in the future. Bye-bye, and take care. I'm going to have to shut this down, and that's a little bit more difficult than it was to start it.